The SpaceX IPO is way worse than you imagine. The average investor who invested in the SpaceX IPO is already losing money. The SpaceX stock has already crashed by about 22%. So everybody who was excited to buy the stock when the company went public is already losing money. And only a few smart traders, primarily Wall Street, made money from this IPO. A lot of people don't understand the logic because when they look at SpaceX, they don't see a single reason why this stock could potentially collapse, because SpaceX is the only company that could actually build data centers in space, because this is the only company that had the kind of spaceships that can actually do that. The company is promising orbital AI infrastructure. Imagine for a moment how much these projects are going to generate in revenue in the foreseeable future. SpaceX alone projects that it will be making about $30 trillion in revenue. It's already on its way to build the Starship that will start sending missions to Mars and Moon. It will start building colonies there. Can you name me another company that can do that? Starlink will be offering internet not just all across the globe, but rather it's the company that can also start offering internet to the moon, to Mars. It is building the logistics for our species to become multiplanetary. That is the idea that SpaceX is trying to sell you, and to be fair, all of that might actually happen. So by looking at this grand vision alone, it seems like SpaceX is on its way to become the most profitable company humanity has ever seen. But if you want to look at the truth, you have to understand the difference between the company itself and the stock. When you don't understand this fundamental difference, that's when you start making mistakes, because the company might be great. Elon Musk might be the best entrepreneur in human history. But if you don't look at SpaceX from the investor's perspective, you will end up losing money. Yes, you will be an investor in SpaceX, but you will lose money while everyone else who invested wisely will be making money. The company is the projects that the company is starting, the employees it has, at the same time, all the debts that he has, all the profits that the company is going to make. On the other side, we have the price of the stock. The price of the stock ideally should be determined by its real potential earnings, by how much the company is going to generate in the future, but it's not determined by how much the company is making today. Those potential earnings of the company will determine the demand for the stock, and the demand and supply will determine what is going to be the price of the stock in the market. So to understand what is going to happen to the price of the stock, you have to understand the demand and supply of that particular stock. But the markets are irrational because we are talking about future earnings. And these future earnings could be wishful thinking. This could be somebody is dreaming of a grand vision, or these future earnings might potentially happen, but not in the foreseeable future. So because they're so far away from today, most rational investors are not going to factor in that into the price, which is why the price of the stock might not accelerate now. But the markets are irrational. Most people, especially retail investors who are investing in the stock market, they don't understand valuations, they don't understand how to find true price of the stock, which is why they will basically buy the stock as long as you can sell them a really clean, grand vision of the future. As long as you explain to them how SpaceX will be making $30 trillion, you will be able to sell that vision, even if that vision might actually happen 100 years from now, and those people who are buying SpaceX stock might not actually live up to that date. Look at SpaceX financials. In 2023, the company made $10.3 billion and made a profit of $130 million. By 2025, revenue has grown to $15.5 billion, while the operating profit was about $1.5 billion. So SpaceX is a perfectly profitable, healthy company that can grow on its own and really become a huge business. But SpaceX is a capital-intensive business. That means that in order for SpaceX to make money, it needs to buy parts and build a real rocket for that rocket to deliver. And compare that to a company such as Google. When a software business such as Google builds the infrastructure, they don't have to incur additional costs for every additional clients that they're getting. While SpaceX, each time they're sending the rocket, there is a fixed cost that comes alongside sending that rocket, which means that SpaceX, even if the company wanted, they won't be making a lot of profits simply because it's a capital intensive business. There is literally no way for SpaceX to be making hundreds of billions of dollars of profit. Even if SpaceX revenue will rise to $150 billion, based on these numbers, its true profits will rise to about 15, maybe best case scenario, $20 billion. So if the company is making $20 billion in profit, there is no way that the company could even worth $1 trillion, leave alone for the company to be valued at $2 or potentially $3 trillion. And that's why Elon, up until recently, did not take SpaceX public. Why would you do that when you have a perfectly profitable business that had already built profitable rockets that can safely send rockets to space and keep making a lot of money and grow on its own? But there is just one problem. Elon has 3 major problems that he has to save. A few years ago, Elon purchased Twitter. Today it's known as X.com for $44 billion. The problem was that he did not have all the money in the world to buy it. So he used about $26 billion of his own money to buy Twitter, and raised another $5 billion from investors and borrowed about $13 billion as debt. Those $13 billion simply became a debt on the company. Now, Twitter owed $13 billion worth of debt, and every single year that the company was not paying off the debt, it was accumulating a lot of interest. So over time, this debt could easily drive X.com into bankruptcy. Logically, Twitter's supposed to make enough money to pay for this debt, but Elon realized that Twitter is not making nearly enough money to pay off this debt. In 2021, Twitter was running a loss of $221 million. In 2022, even though the company made about $4.4 billion, it was still running a loss. And the same thing was following every single year since then. Even up until 2025, it is still running a loss of about $577 million annually. The second problem Elon had, that AI was going so fast that Elon had to act very fast in order to catch up with OpenAI and Anthropic. Anthropic and OpenAI have been already dominating the entire AI industry. And if Elon wanted to build an AI company that is going to rival ChatGPT and Anthropic, then he had to aggressively borrow billions of dollars. So he instantly borrowed $5 billion for XAI to train Grok to become a competitor to ChatGPT. But XAI was a new company, it was not making any money or whatsoever, so it could not borrow more than $5 billion. So here's what Elon did. He asked one of his previous investors, which is called Valor Equity. Valor Equity purchased $20 billion worth of computer GPUs from NVIDIA and lent these computer chips to XAI. Now, XAI had to pay Valor Capital billions of dollars every single month to lease these GPUs from them. So now Elon owes $13 billion to Twitter investors, $5 billion on XAI investors, and $20 billion to Valor Capital. So how do you solve such a problem? Elon came up with a brilliant solution. Why don't I take these companies, make them part of SpaceX, so all of these debts suddenly will become on the shoulders of SpaceX, and then I will take SpaceX public and I will be raising dozens of billions of dollars and I will easily pay all of these debts. $13 billion from Twitter acquisition plus $20 billion to Valor Capital, that is $33 billion, and another $5 billion from XAI, that's $38 billion of debt. Of course, SpaceX is not making nearly enough money to raise money at $2 trillion valuation, but you can easily sell the idea that SpaceX is going to send rockets to space and is going to build data centers, and as we know that there is an AI hype and everybody is ready to pay a lot of money for AI. People are ready to pay so much money for these data centers, and because SpaceX is not just a space company, but rather after merging with XAI, it is now also an AI company. So by leveraging AI, we could potentially be making hundreds of billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, in the foreseeable future. Look at the revenue projection. This year, the company is projected to make anything between $25 to $35 billion. But of course, all of that money will go anyways to capital expenditure. Next year, the company is projected to make anything between $40 to $60 billion. Again, there is not going to be any profits whatsoever. By 2029, the company is expected to generate anything between $130 to $220 billion, and capital expenditure will also be between $120 to $220 billion. And by 2039, The company is projected to make anything between $450 billion to over $1 trillion. Do you see how big the range is between $450 billion to more than $1 trillion? Because at this point, nobody knows for a fact how much SpaceX is going to generate. All these projections that Elon and SpaceX are throwing at us are not real projections, because they're making these projections based on technology that have not been developed yet. So if we don't have the technology yet, we don't know if this technology is going to become profitable or it's not going to be profitable, how long it will take us to make us profitable, how much real demand is going to be for these products anyways. But what we know for a fact is that capital expenditure will be up to $732 billion. So we know we are almost about to spend $1 trillion by 2031, but we don't know how much money in reality we are going to earn. Smart investors, when they invest in a company, they invest based on how much realistically the company can potentially generate. Sometimes the company is not making enough money, but it has a big potential to generate a lot of money because it has already built a product, and all that is required is for the company to raise money and scale that product. In this case, it is more about wishful thinking because these products don't even exist. So we don't know how much money we have to throw into that. We might be spending hundreds of billions of dollars only to realize that building data centers in space is not going to be more profitable than building them somewhere on the planet. That is what a logical person would do. But Elon learned a very important lesson. Most people don't know how to value companies, so as long as you can sell them the vision, they will buy the stock even if it's a bad investment. Elon is not new to the stock market. He understands that he doesn't actually have to come and show you real numbers because nobody is interested in these financial statements and real valuations. As long as you can come up with a grand vision and convince people that this is the reality, and once we are going to make it, we are going to earn trillions of dollars, people will trust you and millions of retail investors will give you their money with their will. And a very good example is obviously Tesla. In 2015, Elon promised that within 3 years, we are going to have autonomous cars. 3 years has passed. Elon promised that it's going to happen within 3 to 6 months. And then the pandemic happened in 2020. He promised level 5 autonomy. By 2023, Tesla has postponed that for another year. By 2025, there should be self-driving robotaxis driving everybody across the United States. But here we are in 2026 and we don't have robotaxis, we don't have self-driving cars, even though more than 11 years has passed since Elon Musk has promised fully self-driving cars. Now, some people will say that, why are you criticizing Elon Musk? He's working so hard to make that happen. And I have no question, I have nothing but respect to Elon Musk, and I have no doubt that he's working 24/7 to make that happen. But what Elon is doing in the stock market is raising money as if Tesla has already built these technologies and is already making hundreds of billions of dollars. So Elon realized that he doesn't actually have to deliver that on the financial statements. As long as he can sell the vision, people will invest in the company as if the company has already delivered on all of these promises. And with that idea, he took SpaceX public as if the company is already earning about $100 billion in pure profit, which of course it's not going to achieve anytime soon, at least not in the next 5 to 7 years. In fact, Elon was shocked by how much demand was there for SpaceX. He was planning to raise $75 billion, but then he ended up raising $85 billion. And now he's trying to raise another $20 billion because he realized that while there is so much hype around SpaceX, I should take advantage out of this hype and raise as much money as possible. And Wall Street has also learned a very important lesson. Most people don't know how to value companies, so as long as you can sell them the vision, they will buy the stock even if it's a bad investment. The same lesson that Elon Musk has learned, which means that as long as there is a hype around it, we as traders can trade the stock. There is a hype. We're going to buy the stock at the beginning of the hype and then sell it to the person who doesn't understand much about valuations in the stock market at a much higher price. And suddenly we made 30% on our investment in one single day. The SpaceX stock is extremely manipulated because only 4% of the shares are sold in the stock market, while 96% of shares are not allowed to be sold. Elon has purposely structured the sale of these shares in such a way that more and more shares will be released after each earnings report, just to make sure that the price of the SpaceX stock is not going to collapse instantly and there is going to be enough hype around it so that Elon will be able to raise about $100 billion on this IPO. So we can trade the stock in the short run, capitalizing on the ignorance of the average person. But it doesn't mean that you can actually learn how to analyze companies and find really great investments. If you want a step-by-step strategy on how to find out really great investments in the stock market, in fact, if you want a personalized investing strategy specifically for you, you can jump on 101 call with my team that will help you to find out what is the best investing strategy for you, how to find the right tools that will help you to find really great stocks in the stock market, and what are the top stocks to buy right now in the stock market. And if you use the link in the description of this video, you will be able to jump on 101 strategy session with my team completely for free. The link is in the description.